I had graduated from Clemson University in 1963, and we had a draft at that time, and I was single, and my father got a phone call from a friend of his on the draft board that I was a prime candidate. So that next day I went up to Columbia, South Carolina, and took the test for OCS, passed it, and while I was there, I raised my hand and was sworn into the Navy. And as it turns out, I beat my draft board notice by about 2 days. So that's how I came into the Navy. I had always admired the Navy. My father was the chief design engineer at the Charleston Naval Shipyard, so I was familiar with a number of naval officers that I met through my dad's position. And I went to OCS, was commissioned, and my first ship was the Lorain County. I requested a small vessel, and I met my wife, first time the ship left the continental United States. Girl in every port, I had that wrong, I came back engaged. But we've been married 46 years now. And interestingly, when I first reported to my ship, I wrote a letter to my detail of volunteering for duty in Vietnam. And I got a very nice letter back from my detailer telling me, to reapply. They wanted to, check me out, so on and so forth. So I then got married and was transferred back to Puerto Rico. My wife was on a sabbatical from the school system. She graduated from the University of Puerto Rico and was involved in that. And so I was doing communications work at Savannah Seca, and we were running the fleet broadcast. And I reapplied for Vietnam. And this time I had a little service under my belt, and I was qualified officer on the deck, officer of the deck, underway, in formation steaming and all that. And to my surprise, I got message orders about 3 days after my letter got through the chain of command and up to the bureau. And so it was when I told my wife that I was going to small boats in Vietnam, and that's the way that happened. It was kind of tough. We had a young son by then, and so when after going through swim boat training, had left for Vietnam, that night before was a night kind of like the night I found out my dad had died. It was just a tough night. But I left her and my son, as it were, on the pier, and we flew to Vietnam, and we chased the sun. We kind of flew in daylight all the way over, and started getting dark after we had stopped at Narita to refuel. I was assigned the 45 boat, and that commenced my Vietnam time.